I wanted to ask you, because there's been all of this debate about whether transgender athletes should be able to compete. And last week, California Governor Gavin Newsom said that he thinks that trans athletes competing in girls' and women's sports was deeply unfair.
So like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports,
right.
that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out say no.
No, and I appreciate.
But like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that.
Now, I want to hear what you think, because I'll tell you what I think, too.
Yeah. The last time I played a sport, I was 6 years old, and I was on a soccer team, but I assigned myself as the nurse. So I sat with the Band-Aids. And so, in the words of Wicked, I am not that girl. But
you ain't a girl
mine,
anyway.
Skyler, he is a trans athlete. His handle's Pink Manta Ray. That's someone who I really look to for guidance. And I think that is what's tricky, is like, now stepping in this identity. I'm still like a baby trans. You know, I've only 3 years in. Tomorrow's my anniversary.
Your friend went
Baby
from female to male and is competing with other males.
Correct.
No.
Yes.
Her friend.
Yes. Her friend went from female to male and is competing with other males.
So Gavin doesn't have a problem with that.
Hold on, time out. Y'all heard that? Female to male is competing against other males. I put my life on it. I put my salvation on it. That this person ain't competing. They at a 1A or 2A school. You ain't competing. Women turning into men aren't competitive whatsoever. You have never in your life, and you will never in your life, as long as you exist and live on planet Earth and the dispensation of time of our great Lord, will you ever see a woman turn into a man in podium in a major event. Never. You'll never see it. They won't win a marathon. They won't win a powerlifting contest. They won't be starting on the basketball team, dunking on people. Oh, pass me the ball. They won't be doing none of that. I put everything I own on it. You know they won't. So stop with the cap. Stop with the cap. Rhodafield.
Well, I think part of the problem that the trans community is facing, and it's the same problem that women face, is if you don't know anything about our bodies, you don't know how it works. So when you come in and you say, oh, you know, these are men, you know,
competing
against women, you're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except be here. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. So I'm not sure what's going on or why this is an issue. The same for me as when people say, oh, you know, I don't know how I feel about you. You do. God doesn't make mistakes.
No.
And the challenge is not to the trans people, it's to the people who are not trans. That's what God is looking to see, how you treat people.
Yes.
That's what is happening. So I was just curious as
Time
to...
out. What God is she talking about? I'm not familiar with this God. Last time I checked, I don't remember a single trans person being born in the Bible. Do you know of a person was born trans in the Bible? I've never heard of it. God has never used a trans person to do anything, or a gay person. So what does that tell you? That tells you that more than likely you ain't born that way.